Flosstube. This is Melina from Count Twice, Stitch Once. I'm here with a solo update since my mom's off traveling and visiting my sister. Retired life. So I don't have a lot of updates on my own, really. I've had a really busy couple weeks at work, which are going to continue next week. I really actually should be working this weekend a little bit, but I didn't yet. We'll see. And so I've just been working on my Nora Corbett Halloween or Trick-or-Treat Fairy when I get home and I feel like stitching, which hasn't been as often. It's just been really busy and it's like overwhelming at work almost. So life. And so I'm almost done with that one though. I honestly at lunch I haven't even worked on my Lizzie Kate Christmas rules because I've just been eating and going back to work, or eating and then staring off into space for a few minutes and going back to work. So I'll show you what progress I have made. If you need a reminder, here's what she'll look like finished up. I'm stitching her on, picture this, plus 32 count cauldron. So I've moved on, I've got all of the stitching done. I've moved on to the beading. My dog's in here with me, sorry. And she's looking good. I just have to finish the beading, the kind of swoops out of the bottom of her skirt, and then there's some beads around the pumpkin vines. So I feel like I'll be done with her, I would hope, by the end of this week. You can see I did the spider webs on here. So I did those for the first time using, I've always stitched in hand. I actually never even tried to use anything until I did those. And I tried to do them in hand, but I needed like another hand to get the fabric taut so I used the hoop, and I don't think I'm going to convert to a hoop, but it was helpful. The thing is, I'm finding with this too is that I'm struggling with the beading in hand, and I'm thinking if I'm doing projects that get bigger than this, like a big Mirabilia or another one with a lot of beads, that I'm going to have some trouble trying to do all of the beading in hand. So I'm wondering if anybody has anything they'd suggest to use for like a stand, and what kind of frames, like roll frames. I don't have any experience with that. So I'm thinking that maybe I'd want to try one, but I don't even know where to start really. The other thing is I'm using this clear stuff to bead with, and it's so much a pain to work with. It's just always getting in knots and you can't see it. And then half the time I have a dog who's trying to sit on my lap while I'm doing it, which probably isn't helping. Yikes. But I'm getting close to being done with her. I'm really excited. She's going to be really cute when she's done, but I'm kind of ready to be done with her. Other than that, I'll show one of my older whips. I haven't really been working on it. I kind of tend to stick to one project at a time for the most part. But I was working on this. It's 1/1 on 28 count Monaco that I coffee and tea dyed. This pattern is one that I got off Etsy. I honestly don't even remember who it's by or the name of it, so I'll link it down below. But it's quotes from Parks and Rec, so it's kind of got some of the pictures of what the quotes are, and then so if you've watched the show you'll get it. If not, I'll explain a little bit. So the main character lady, she's always calling the other lady that's her best friend all these crazy names. So I'm making this for one of my friends back in Washington. She's seen it. I was going to give it to her when we went out there this summer for her birthday, but it wasn't done by then. Still not. She was like, maybe for Christmas, and I don't know, maybe. I keep putting it away because I keep getting off like one stitch on these little letters I had to pull out of my. And I did it again on the word glorious right here, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Got put in timeout. One other thing I did was I added some more dye to this piece of fabric that I ice dyed. This is another 28 count Monaco, and so I did pearl gray and black. So I think the other dye kind of seeped into it and made it look more purple, which I'm fine with. I think this is a little bit better than it was. At least, you know, it's not so drastically contrasted. I still think I might try to do some other stuff to it and see what happens. Maybe get some more darker colors in where it's super light, and even have a little bit of these 2 pink splotches on here. But I do think it looks better. So I'll keep playing with it and see where that takes me. I think I'm also going to show you guys one of my felt applique kits that I've been working on. I can't find the picture of what it's going to look like when it's done. I don't know what I did with it, but I can show you a little bit of the diagram, since it's you have to have the felt and you have to have all the pieces and everything. You're not really going to be able to do a whole lot with this, and it's not the whole thing anyway. So this is kind of what it will look like. This is part of it. So it's really going to be like look like a wreath. A tree skirt that looks like a wreath. So I've been working on this for a long time, and I just can't seem to get done with it. Here's one piece of the wreath part. You'll see this is the front. The bow will go right there. Here's another piece. I think part of the problem was I did all of these leaves and holly berries and balls, like I was doing them all at the same time, like the same thing at the same time, and it just wore me out on it really quick. I do have a lot of the parts of it done. It's just a little bit confusing to me, and I don't know why I didn't do this differently when I was doing it. So for example, you can see that there's this dog outline on here, so where this dog goes. Well, they have you make this as like a stuffed animal, so it's 3D little stuffed animal. But then you're supposed to attach it onto here. But once you do that, there's no way it's gonna cover up all those white guidelines underneath there, and I can't have it looking like that. So I'm either gonna have to trim off all of the white guidelines, or I'm thinking I might take apart the stuffy and just applique the front part and on there and then stuff it. So I don't know what I was thinking when I made all these into stuffed animals, because cutting off those white things, I had to do it for these leaves, because you can see they kind of stick out and they had the guidelines, and it took forever. You have to be super careful and just snip off the white part with scissors, and it's not worth it. I really need to get this done this year though. I've been working on it forever. I want to put it on my Christmas tree this year, and I'm probably gonna have to pick this up after I finish this Nora Corbett Halloween fairy, and I'm kind of like, well, I want to work on stitching, but I also want to get this done. So, but I have a lot of these made, so if I have to take them apart, it's gonna be kind of sad. There's Santa, example, a little gingerbread guy. There's a lot of these little candies and little stars. I really love this. It's Mary Inglebright designed it. It's so cute, but it just gets, and you can see I'm still working on the house, but it's getting there. Bunch of French knots on there. It's not focusing. There we go. But yeah, I mean, it'll be really cute when it's finished, if it's ever finished. Yeah. Other than that, just been busy with work, and I think, you know, my husband walks like a lot of miles for his job because he carries mail, and a lot of his routes that he does is walking. And so he's been like wanting to go out to eat a lot, which is great when you're walking that much, but when you're not and going out to eat that often, it's not the healthiest choice. So I started cooking last week more than I have been, and it takes a lot of time. You forget that when you stop cooking and then you start again. You're like, well, where's all my time going? Oh, cooking dinner, cleaning up dinner. So there's that, but I'm going to keep on that because it's better for you than eating out all the time, and a little more cost effective also. I also was working on, my husband and I took a class and built what's going to be our dining room table. So we've been working on finishing that, so staining it. So it's like a farmhouse style table, and it's got breadboard ends, And so we stained the top and then chalk painted the bottom of it. So I was finishing up the staining. My husband today has been doing some sanding to kind of distress the edges so it looks a little more worn. And then we have to polyurethane the whole thing, which... But I've been working on finishing up that staining and trying to get that done so we can bring it in and get the dining room set up, because that'll be nice. Other than that, it's mostly been kind of work and house stuff and not a ton of stitching for me. It's been sad. My mom's not in town, so I don't have my normal stitching buddy to talk to all the time. Even though, you know, we keep in touch over the phone. It's not the same as seeing each other in person. But I know she's been sending me some photos of her works in progress and what she's finished. So I'll try to attach the photos on the end if I can figure out how to do that. She did take a video at an LNS that she went to. I can't remember the name of what shop it was, but I'm sure she'll say all that in her video. I haven't watched it yet, but I am going to go ahead and insert that video after this one so you guys can get that. She showed a lot of the models and the shop, so that'll be good. I know she's having a lot of fun. She might even be going to some more stitching shops. We'll see. I think once she does get back to my sister's, I'm gonna see if she'll record, you know, a video with her talking, showing her stuff that we can attach to the next one, so it won't just be me by myself. Well, it will be, but we'll be bookended on each other. I don't think I have anything else to update other than that. If anybody has anything you would like to see or questions or anything like that, feel free to let us know. We really appreciate everybody who subscribed and left such nice comments. You guys are really welcoming. It's a great community. We're so excited to be a part of it, and we will talk to y'all next time. Have a great stitching week. Bye. Okay, I forgot one stitching related thing that I did. So I have in the house we moved into when we moved back to Illinois, me and my husband, we have the first floor is exactly what I wanted, but there's extra bedrooms when it's just the two of us that we didn't need. We couldn't really find a smaller house that had the first floor that gave me that feeling. Like when I walked in, I just kind of knew this was home. So because of that, I have a bedroom upstairs that I can use as a craft room. So yesterday I ordered a stitching chair from a furniture store in town, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be honest, this is like the ugliest chair you will have ever seen. It's so ugly, it's bad. But it's so functional. So I went with function over form. There was another one I was looking at that was a lot more stylish, but just not as functional. This one, it's like a recliner, but it's a power recliner, so it doesn't rock. It's sewn, so like when you sit in it, it just like cups you in on your butt, on your back. It's like, it's just so comfortable. And then it's got storage in both sides and the arms, and cup holders on both sides, and the headrest kind of tilts out or whatever. It's going to be a great stitching chair. It's just really ugly. So I think they said it's back ordered until mid-November, but right now my craft room is kind of a disaster area anyway, so it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. I can kind of figure out how I'm going to organize. I have like a storage cabinet and an old dresser and a little table that was at my sister's, and they redid their kitchen and didn't need it anymore, so now it's for my craft room. But I feel like I might need to get a desk or something. I'm not really sure. So but I'm excited because I'll have a stitching chair. That's my other stitching news I forgot. So I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. We're about to go in the Stitch and Frame shop and check out some of the gorgeous models they have in there. Even have models over there. There's the heaven and earth designs up there. They have models everywhere. They also do online business here. It's in South
Carolina. Rock Hill, South Carolina. Shepherd's Bush up there.
Oh, I had
Counter.
two.
Lots of patterns here.
And I had two frames. Did you get my two frame pictures? Two what? 364.96.
We've got needle and thread. Little snowman. All these ornaments made into a tree. So cute. There's the framing. Got lots of charts, Little House Needleworks. Country Cottage. There's the Plum Street ornaments. And design. It's a little House Needleworks Jeep.
Yes.
Floss.
The Vander, yeah.
Got a lot of Erica Michaels in the little tiny pictures in there.
Yeah, I have one of the gold ones.
Cute little Santee.
No, I didn't do this one yet.
Zipper silk design.
You like that one?
Halloween rooms. More models on the post. Look at that, it's cute. The sand dollar. Silver Creek samplers. Cats. More floss, more models. This is gorgeous. Oh, with the Krennics. Teeth treasure braids. Look at all that. Little sleds. More sleds. Mill Hill kits. Pretty tree.
How did they finish it off?
Snowman.
Probably similar to what we did.
Pretty sampler.
No, I don't see any.
Sampler trinket box. That's the pattern I just got at the gallery. Some Lizzie Kate. More threads. Can't film the ladies, so we have to go this way. Lots and lots of little frames. Little trinket boxes you can get. This is adorable. Starfish. It's pretty. That box. All kinds of goodies in here. Bucket of summer. Cute little haunty house. Kits. Halloween. 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 Easter in there. Halloween back there.
I'm Duke, and I know that finding the right home repair contract isn't easy.
Project bags, key snaps, patterns, more patterns. Like this area over here without all the boxes.
Help ensure they meet our standards. You're looking for a home repair contractor. Look beyond star ratings. Say find it
A little snowman on paper.
finditduke.com.
Hi, I'm Mike Fowler with 1 Hour Heating and Air. Carolina weather is hard to predict. 1 minute
They have every inch crammed with samples.
schedule your seasonal furnace safety check and tune up for just $57. Visit 1hourac.com.
It's so pretty. Here's all the fabrics. Lots of Adas. All kinds of colors. And lots more. Some Lugana. Fabric by Stephanie. Dames of the Needle. R&R Reproductions. Lakeside Linens. Weeks Dye Works. All kinds of fabric. Picture this plus. And some crystals. More samples. Ooh, I like that chicken. I might have to come back on our way back. We're heading to Charleston, but we'll be coming back this way to go to Columbia, South Carolina. When you're done, I'll take the camera. Say goodbye. Okay. More fabric over here. More samples. There's had the bigger one over there as a sample. There's the one that's done on this tiny silk. I actually just got that pattern. Don't know if I'll be able to do it on the silk, but we'll try. Sampler.
Yeah, don't take a picture of all this mess. Let's say, oh my God, how can they that mess?
I didn't get the mess. Looking at all these samples made me realize there was some stuff I maybe should have gotten.
Well, I was going to say that getting the samplers is just doing.
They're so pretty. I know the pictures don't ever do them justice.
I know.
Kinds of little stuff up here. And all the Mill Hill. Beads. Charms. Buttons. This whole room has a lot of Mill Hill. More samples. There's my husband, Greg. Some mirrors and the Nora Corbett and mirrors all over here. Gotta love those mermaids. So pretty. With the shepherd's bush in there. I think that's shepherd's bush. It looks like it is. I've seen a lot of people doing that. That is huge. This one I love. Sorry for the reflection, but that's how it is.
Hold on just a second.
Check out that snow woman. She's funny. And here's a sale area. And more samples. Okay, I think that's it. You got the tour of the shop.
Right now,
So we will be seeing you